So, welcome to the office tour. Mind you, I am just in the dining room of my house that I've turned into my office. So we're in kind of tight quarters. I believe it's about a 10 by 10 room. So organization is key in here. And for a little reference, this is mainly where I run my planner sticker business. And I do have some extra storage in a closet, but other than that, everything is just about here. So I am just going to start here at the front, and hopefully the lighting will be okay with the window. And I have this little setup here, and it's actually, it's 3 parts. I believe they're closet made. It's actually the shelves, there are 2 different units stacked, and then actually the shelving is 1 unit stacked, and the drawers in the bottom are 2 different units, so 3 in total. And here's basically where I just keep some inventory. We have some, my dog's leash up there. We have some washi and some paper clips that I sell on my store. And then I have the vinyl that I use for the journal kits that I make. This one is basically just roll-on glue and tape and things like that for making different things for the planners. And then here are some hole punches that I also use for creating my planners, some laminate sheets, and other types of paper and such on here. So the top half has really got some inventory, and then the bottom side is mostly some supplies. And then in the drawers I have some notebooks that I haven't done anything with, actually journals. I haven't done anything with these yet. I do plan to do a nice cash budget kit that I have not yet gotten to. And then here is some more vinyl, and the other vinyl was iron-on vinyl. This is just semi-permanent vinyl, and that's to go on those that I just showed you. And then some bubbles for packing, and then some cards I have down below. Those are for going in with the orders. So essentially, the drawers are just stuff that I don't really use that much of right now, but just a way to organize. And then moving on here, and again, I will tag everything. If I can find it and remember where I got it, I will put a link in the description. That way, if you're interested and you want to purchase it, you can. And I'm sure if you've watched any other office tours, then you know what these are, and these are from IKEA. I think Calyx, I think is how you say them, but they're the cubes from IKEA. And I have 2 different 4x4s just sitting next to each other. And on top of that, I have my hole punch for creating my planners and journals. It is big and it is heavy, but it was inexpensive, but I find it was well worth the money. It has made my life so much easier. I used to use a little one where I had to move it over and punch each page twice, and it took forever. I do know where I got that one, so I will link that one in the description for you. And then we have my 4 printers that I currently am using. I think I have 1 or 2 more upstairs that I don't use. They're a little finicky, but these are the ones that I use. I don't remember what these are called, the Canon Eco Tank or Mega Tank, I think. And so how that works is there are these, I don't know if you can see that. There are these tanks, those are the colors, and then the black is over here, that you actually fill with bottles. And so you get the bottles of ink and you just refill these. And I find the quality is really, really good. And the amount that you're going to pay for ink is a small, teeny tiny fraction of what you pay with the other printers where you're actually putting the cartridges in there. And that was what had drawn them to me to begin with, because those can get really expensive. And they have a decent warranty on them. I have had to send a couple back, and they have just sent me replacements. And they are not crazy expensive, but they are inkjet. I have a laser printer somewhere I bought, but I don't ever use it at this point, so that's just put away somewhere because this is what I use to print everything. I don't do foil, so I don't need that right now. But I do have them stacked. I don't know if you're really supposed to do that. My stickers get printed from up here, and planners and journals get printed from down there for the most part. And now under here, that is some specialty sticker paper I have for creating my hardcover journals. It's weatherproof sticker paper, and that's also next to it is they are my mats for the silhouette. And underneath here is just some miscellaneous journals and such and paper that I have. Mostly stuff I don't use that I just had bought to try out and then didn't end up using, and I have an issue with throwing that stuff away. And down here I have some coils, binding coils, and my little laminator. And then here is where I keep sticker paper, and this is, again, just a fraction of what I have. I keep back stock in a closet. This is just what I keep on hand for adding into the printer. And over here, I have a few different types of paper. One of them is for my actual planners, my year planners, and the other I use for my fitness journals, and those are used for dividers and covers and such, and then some chipboard for creating my journals and more wire bindings. I need multiple sizes for the different journals that I create, and that's how I organize most of that stuff. I really just try to keep things that kind of go together. So the printers are going to go with the printing material. And then when we move over here, just my garbage can, I have a Cricut down there. I only use the Cricut for vinyl because I don't really want to mess up my blades for my sticker cutters. And I had this Cricut that I actually started out with when I first started my shop. And I just kept it for just doing the vinyl for my my journal kit covers. And so let me back up here. We have a cute little froggy. And this is where did I get this from? This is a bookshelf that I purchased from Wayfair. I should be able to find that and tag that. And all these bins that you'll see that I have, these are from Target. So up here, I just have some scents, some waxes for my my wax burner up there. And just some miscellaneous stuff really in that one. And then over here I have that one's just sitting on top. Over here I have these are where I keep my extra blades in there for the silhouette machines. And then that is my scale that I take down. And then here's my silhouettes that I'm using right now. I only have 3 that I'm currently using because I'm a little tight in here for space. And so what I did, because this is a bookshelf, and I do have these little lights here, but they do not work right now. The batteries don't last very long, but there we go, let's focus. But these little lights here, but what I did in order to, because this is a bookshelf with a back to it, is I had to, let's see if I can move this, I had to cut holes out. Will it focus? Okay, I had to cut holes out of the back of this bookshelf so that when it's feeding the mats through, they have somewhere to go. And then of course the bookshelf's not right against the wall, just enough space for those to go through. And that's what I have chosen to do because, well, I wanted the office to look nice since I'm in here so much. And I was really having trouble finding shelves to fit multiple silhouettes that were tall enough because they're kind of tall. So that is the solution I came up with. And you see these shelves can be moved around. to fit exactly what you need. So I also have, if you're curious, I just have these to help keep it a little more flat. I find that it cuts a lot better if you make sure the mat's not just falling down like that. If you try to keep it a little more level, I'm still looking for a little bit of a better solution. Hopefully I'll come up with something soon, because obviously laying them all out side by side on a table is really not the best idea for space. And then if we come down under here, that is my bin. This is my bin where I keep the stickers that need to be cut. So I print them off and put them there, and then when I have the time to cut, I will cut from there. These are just some notebooks I have. It's the way I organize my notes because I have so many different business things going on right now. And I was struggling to figure out how to organize all my ideas. So I actually bought all of these, and I have different notebooks for my different business ventures, I guess you can say. And then down here, I just have some more bins from Target that I have shipping labels in, extra shipping labels, and those are the bottles of ink next to there that go into the printers, and those are just some freebie cards. Okay, so moving on to my kind of plain desk, but I like it to be a little bit on the neater side. I try to keep it neat. I don't like to be in clutter too much. So here I have my Rollo printer, which I do absolutely love. And it's so significantly cheaper than the other major brand. And I think I had an issue with it once, like years ago. And they sent me a replacement, no problem. I do have this little bin to hold the paper. I just find that it helps when things are printing out to keep it straight. And actually, if you have a Rollo printer, or if you're thinking of getting a Rollo printer, I will suggest you don't get rolls that feed in there, because it just doesn't work well with this label printer. It just, I don't know, I had issue with it. It would print one and then it would skip a couple, and I had to redo it, and I struggled with it. And so these that like kind of accordion style work the best with that. So just in case you do click down the link that I'll leave in the description and you want to order one, I just highly suggest you order those types of paper. Okay, so that's just a little microphone I have for recording. And then my laptop and my planner. This is one of the planners that I sell in my shop. But we don't need to bore you with that today. Okay, and here I have a guillotine cutter. And this is what I use to cut all my planners and journals with. It is extremely sharp. And it is extremely heavy and big and bulky, but it gets the job done, and it gets it done well, and it gets it done quickly. So I also highly recommend this as well if you're planning on making any planners or journals and you're planning on printing and cutting them yourself. Here I just this is how I keep track of my inventory. When I see things are going low, I write them on there that I need to make them, and then when I sit down at my computer, when I have the time, I'll go ahead and print them off and check them off, and then cut them when I have time. So over here on this side is my inventory right now. So I'll try to have at least a few of everything printed ahead of time, so I'm not doing stuff while as orders come in. It just gets a little hectic that way. These again are the bins from Target, and I have a silhouette file that I created to cut these little folder tabs. I use just a heavy cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just cut them all on the silhouette. Probably is a lot easier way to do it. I may even be able to buy ones that fit in here, but that's the way I've been doing it. And then I just print the labels and put them on there, and I just have them, you know, binned by type. I really should. It's actually really organized, even if it looks like it's not, because I have no labels, but I pretty much know where everything is. So, and then down there is all my supplies for the journal gift sets that I make. So then coming over here, let's back up so you can see it. And this is the packing station. This is where I pack my orders, and I have the all the packing supplies underneath. I have backstock in another room, but I only need so much at one time. And I have this little bin here where I keep some smaller envelopes, but mostly I keep stickers that I use for different things. And then I have my little pegboard here, and this is all freebies that I put in my orders. They don't all go in every order. It depends on how much the customer had spent. But every order does get a note card, a cute note card, and with an envelope, and one of my, I guess you can call it a business card, a thank you card on here. Every order gets that, and then every order gets one of each of the sticker freebies. And then I have some paper clips here, and some bookmarks, and some little tracker stickers, and those are based on how much the customer has spent. And then, and as far as this little packing station here, it's actually an island. I think I got it on Walmart. Again, I will try to find the link for it if it's still available. And it's supposed to be just an island for a kitchen, but it had the shelves on the bottom, and it had this nice drawer that I can put some things in, and it's a little messy in here. But that's where I keep my cello bags that the sticker orders go in. There's more under here. And I keep the ribbon that I use for my journal kits. And then in the corner underneath that mess and behind that mess is I have bubble wrap, and then I have some just extra, those are extra envelopes, rigid mailers that I have over here. And that's really basically it. I mean, that's the whole office. Give you another look here. And it's pretty well organized, so I keep it pretty clean for the most part. And it's getting quite tight. The desk, by the way, I don't even know if I mentioned, actually. Let's go back over here and let's reverse. The desk here is from IKEA. And so it's where you buy the top of the desk, and then you can pick what holds it up. And it's actually, I think, 72 inches. So it does have a bar in the middle, which I have whacked my knee on a few times, but mostly I just stay to one side of it now. And then, of course, we have all these drawers. I have my pens and different things I use for the vinyl. And these are for cutting the binding, wire bindings. And then I have, this is all my stuff that I use to make that freebie. And then here's where I keep extra cards, the freebie cards. And here's just some random stuff, random office stuff, envelopes and such. And here's some wires. Moving on to the other side over here. This is, a lot actually more organized than it looks, to be honest. But, you know, paper clips and push pins and things like that. And this is actually just where I keep my planner stickers that I use every day. I keep them in this book here, and I pull them out. And the ones that I use absolutely every day go in this first pocket, and I just pull them out. And then the rest of these are just other stickers I use on occasion. And I think I got this thing from Amazon. It was like a 2-pack for really cheap. Again, just my old computers in here. I have a monitor. It's a little portable monitor there. And then down here is the paperwork. And that's basically it for the desk. Nothing too crazy. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions about anything you saw in here, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure I answer you. I do actually have more than just this office, full transparency, and you may have noticed a different background in my YouTube videos, and that is because I actually do have a YouTube studio I set up in one of my spare bedrooms. Maybe I'll show you guys that in another office tour, because I do think that I'm going to be moving my office into another room in the next 6 or 7 months. So stay tuned for an updated video in a few months. But I think that's it for now. And if you really wouldn't mind to give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. It really helps my channel out. And until next time, have a good one.